And welcome back to this third and final part of this Miller High Life 400 from the LA Raceway here in Reading, Pennsylvania. Now the next race to be contested here will be in several weeks, November 29th to be exact. It's the Hess Challenge. It's a winners only event, so if you won a race in the 2008 season, you're in. Doesn't matter if you're a past champion or not, you have to win a race to get into this. That's November 29th, the Hess Challenge. Now here's the running order after 247 to 400 laps with Tony Stewart in front, Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Jeff Burton, Jeff Gordon, Matt Kenseth, and Carl Edwards. Those are the 8 drivers on the lead lap. Now if you're just watching this for the first time here, we're going to give you a race summary to show you how we've gotten to this point so far. Once the green flag dropped, Ryan Newman and Carl Edwards let the 20-car field down, and little did they know, well, here comes Montoya to the inside and make it 3 wide right off the bat. On lap 6, Kevin Harvick took the lead from Ryan Newman, and as you already know, Harvick is still in the lead lap. Newman and Montoya, as you'll see, ran into troubles of their very own. Speaking of trouble, Kurt Busch ran into the first problem of the day on lap 42. 1 lap later, he spun in his own oil, and he's out of the race. Sam Hortons Jr. on the restart hit the wall. He is also out of the race. These 3 here had a nice little tussle for the lead. Earnhardt, Harvick, and Busch, each of them taking a shot at the lead. Kyle Busch, as you know, still in the lead lap, and Earnhardt, you'll find out what happened to him to put him in the predicament he's in right now. Montoya, as we mentioned, that was his problem on lap 99 when he hit the wall. Matt Kenseth was involved. He's still in the lead lap along with Jeff Burton. The circle up there, Newman checked up and hit Jimmy Johnson. Johnson busted the radiator, but he's back in the race. Newman, well, he did get back going, but as you will find out, he's also out. On lap 155, Jeff Gordon finally took the lead for the first time in the race from Kyle Busch. And as we mentioned with Newman, 6 laps later, him and Greg Biffle would get together with Newman out of the race and getting the hook. And Biffle would lose a couple laps getting the damage repaired. His car hasn't been the same since. 3 wide for the lead then on lap 172 as Gordon would take it back from both Busch and Stewart, but then Tony said, well, I'm just going to go right back in the front, and would take back the lead on lap 180. Denny Hamlin, who started 18th, would take the lead on lap 209. Dale Earnhardt Jr., flat tire, he would lose 2 laps on this pit stop. He would gain back 1 of them, but then Martin Truex Jr. would bring out caution 4 with a blown motor on lap 242. And now you know how we've gotten to this point. Okay, to some highlights now between lap 247 and 385. After the green flag dropped, the battles for position picked up right away. On lap 259, here you see the battle for the 3rd position. Lap 269, Kyle Busch would take the lead back from Tony Stewart and then would start to pull away from him. Jeff Gordon, after a bad pit stop, had to start making up ground. Here on lap 281, he gets 5th from Jeff Burton and then 4th from Denny Hamlin. The big story of the race here would happen on lap 314 while leading Kyle Busch's engine would let go on his Toyota and would have to take it behind the wall. He will more than likely finish about 15th. After around green flag pit stops, Jeff Gordon would take the lead from Tony Stewart. These 2 cars here are now the last 2 on the lead lap, battling for 5th, Kenseth and Hamlin. Tony Stewart, continuing to fall back, would lose 2nd to Jeff Burton. A debris caution on lap 381 would bunch up the field, and after pit stops, here's how they line up. The 6 cars, Gordon, Stewart, Burton, Harvick, Hamlin, and Kenseth, they are the 6 on the lead lap. So here it is, 15 laps to decide this race. Here we go, green flag's out. Here comes Stewart to the inside of Gordon. He must have not gotten a good start. Stewart to the inside of Gordon. He's going to try to take the lead and run away, and he does. Now Burton will try to come to the inside of Gordon for 2nd. 14 to go. Now Burton has thoughts for the lead to go after Stewart. He's got the nose, but not quite. Stewart shuts the door for temporarily, but Burton fights back on the outside. Now Gordon starts to pull away. Now it's a 5-car scramble for the lead. Now Harvick and Hamlin have joined in. Stewart still holding the lead. Burton, Gordon, they're side-by-side for 2nd. Hamlin, Harvick, side-by-side for 4th. And Kenseth, you saw right there. It's now Gordon separates himself from Jeff Burton and now pulls away in the 2nd spot. Burton, Harvick still side-by-side for 3rd with Hamlin trailing, and now Gordon starts to close in back behind the Home Depot Toyota of Tony Stewart. 11 laps to go. Now Gordon will come to the inside. He will try to take the lead, not quite. Gordon, though, should have the preferred line going down to 3. He might have forced Stewart up the track, but Gordon's in the lead with 10 to go. Stewart's not going to give up an inch, and Kenseth might have got in the back of Hamlin there as Matt will take the 5th spot. 2 of the more dominant drivers of this past decade duking it out for the victory. 9 laps to go. Neither driver giving an inch. Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, still side by side through this 3/4 mile facility. Gordon with the advantage there, but Stewart fights back on the outside with 8 laps to go as he saw 3rd through 6th go by. Gordon and Stewart still side by side, neither driver giving an inch. There might be a little contact here and there, but not enough to upset both of these cars. Gordon, though, should have the preferred line, but Tony there is still showing lots of strength and holding on. Gordon now will try to maybe take the lead. He got the nose, but not quite. Stewart fights back on the outside. 5.5 laps to go here at the Alley Raceway. Jeff Gordon and Tony Stewart duking it out for the victory. Now Stewart might have forced Gordon into the apron, but he's in the lead now with 5 laps to go. Harvick to the inside of Burden. That's for the 3rd position, and he should have it coming off the 1st and 2nd corner, and he does. And now Gordon glued to the back bumper of Stewart's Toyota. Can, will, and when will he make this pass? 4 laps to go, and now Harvick and Jeff Burden have closed in. Hamlin has gotten back by Kenson for 5th, and now Gordon, he had a peek in the 3rd and 4th corner, but could not quite make the pass. 3 laps to go in this Miller High Life 400. Stewart holds the lead, and Gordon must be wondering, will he make this pass and where? He can't find a spot right now where Tony is necessarily weak, but there we go. Stewart slips up the track. Gordon up to the inside. 1.5 laps to go. It's the battle for the lead. Now Stewart trying to force Gordon into the wall. And Stewart might hit the wall. White flag. 1 lap to go. And now Harvick closes in on Gordon. He's going to try to take a peek at turn 1. And Gordon and Stewart spin. The 2 leaders have spun out. And Kevin Harvick with the assist will win this Miller High Life 400. Burden 2nd. Hamlin, Kenseth 3rd and 4th. As Jeff Gordon still sits there. You saw Stewart get back underway to finish 5th, but what could have been? Let's take a look at the replay to this incredible finish. Here it is, real time, what happened. What a finish. Kevin Harvick, as you'll see in the slow-mo, he will just stick the nose underneath Gordon, caught the left rear, and then Tony Stewart, who got collected, was just an innocent bystander in all this. And finally, Gordon gets the push behind. Obviously, him and Tony are going to have some choice words for Kevin Harvick, but nevertheless, Kevin Harvick, he did it his way to win this Miller High Life 400, his first victory of the season. There is your top 10. Gordon is credited with 6th, even though he did not complete the last lap. Burden and Kenseth had to overcome their own troubles early in the race to finish 2nd and 4th in what could have been for Kyle Busch the engine blow up 3/4 of the way through this race. A disappointing 15th place finish for him. What a finish! It's not every day you get a finish like this, folks. And that concludes our Miller High Life 400. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. The next race you'll see here will be on Saturday, November 29th. That is the Hess Challenge. And now Kevin Harvick, with today's victory, has qualified for him and 11 others go for $1 million in this elimination format race. You know, sometimes how you win it might not be the most prettiest, but I guess they remember you for how you've won it. And Kevin Harvick walks away with the victory. From the Alley Raceway here in Reading, Pennsylvania, so long, we'll see you next time.